Let's try that again. Testing, testing. Cool, cool, cool. Well, it's a great start. Let me start back from the top. Hello and welcome once again to a Prog Reborn. My name is M. Kostler. Yesterday we saved Biggs and Wedge, started our introduction to the Slyphs, and investigating whether or not they plan on summoning their god primal Ramu. But were rebutted immediately for unknown reasons, considering their usual disposition. But most importantly, yesterday we got our company chocobo, and we now have a mount. We've been continuing also with our keeping these classes in equilibrium. And yeah, everything's going pretty smoothly. If you don't know what a Prog Reborn is, the introductory video is out on my YouTube channel. But a brief synopsis is we are trying to play a patch by patch playthrough of the game from ARR all the way to the end. What I mean by patch is I sort of create a little checklist of things that I want to do, things that I'm requiring myself to complete before I move on to the next one. And that could be as simple as just doing the MSQ, or as complicated as getting every single Zodiac weapon to level 2, which was the highest level you could get at the time of patch 2.0. Meanwhile, also restricting myself from experiencing things that haven't actually been released. So, haven't visited the Gold Saucer, can't do Duty Roulette, haven't gotten the Rogue class, because all that stuff hasn't actually appeared technically in patch 2.0. So, making our way through there, have a good equilibrium with this. Should also do one last little warning. I have played through this game. This is not a first time reaction playthrough. I have already played through and am current with the live service, the patch 6.5. And I will be referencing all sorts of things throughout the... I'll be referencing anything that might be out there. As interesting things pop up that they might have brought up in later patches or later bits of the story, or ancillary material. So if you're worried about spoilers, this is your warning to get out. Though I would love for you to stick around. Okay, so, and pausing and trying to think. I don't really know. I'm not really on my full YouTuber game, but if you enjoy my content, if you enjoy these playthroughs, if you enjoy what I'm trying to do here, please give a like to these streams. Please give a like to the introductory video. Please subscribe to my channel so you can see when I'm coming along. I'm not at the point where I'm doing scheduled live streams. I'm kind of doing them right now daily, just whenever I feel ready to log on, but it's at my own pace. But it would still give you a notification that when I am going live, when I am currently playing, and when I am releasing new videos related to this playthrough. I plan to have at least one video per patch that sort of dives into all the different things and how I feel about how worth doing some of these additional bits were, as well as some highlights that I might find that while I'm doing this that I think that others might have skipped over if they didn't really experience it in this way. Anyways, let's see what we got here. We got an archer. Archer is tied for our lowest level, so we can keep playing as the archer. And let's go ahead and pick up the Blazette quest here. Blazette is troubled by something she saw. I shan't get a wink of sleep until I find out who it was. You're a tale adventurer. Last night, upon returning from my patrol, I caught sight of a child playing atop the roof. Was it me? Fearing for the little one's safety, I called out, but the child promptly vanished. Now, we haven't received word of any missing children, but if there was even a chance, were not for my duties here, I would be out searching now. Might I trouble you to climb to the roof and investigate in my stead? So the whole get onto the roof is planned. It's not just a happenstance. Let's see, I changed my Stream Elements bot, so it should do 2 messages. Though I wonder how that works. Does it rotate between the messages, or does it just try to do 2 at a time? If it tries to do 2 at a time, does that mean that it's not going to, that like YouTube is going to yell at it? But we'll see. I'll keep an eye on it. Young Leaf. Let's go ahead and eat our boiled egg. Young Leaf here. It's pretty clear what's going on here, that it's not a... Do I need to do this as well? There's a way to keep that on, isn't there, when you log in? Where would that be? UI settings? Recommendations, show up upon login. Mostly here for the hunting log stuff. Small cane. Ah, you've returned. Tell me all that you have learned. Almost large enough for a Lottafellin child, this cane appears more suited for a sylph than a man. At a glance, this tender green leaf looks as if it could be from a Gishel green. Found this cane atop the roof, you say? It is far too small for our use. I'd wager it belongs to one of the Slyphs of Little Solace, the settlement to the east. Well, I suppose that solves the mystery. It would seem the child I saw was in fact a sylph, and I was so worried. At any rate, we should return the cane to its rightful owner. Please take it to a sylph named Delexia in Little Solace. She will know what to do with it. And while you're there, tell her in no uncertain terms that her people should not wander the forest at night. Mead Porting Midlander. Setting up these traps. This wooden box contains all manner of pointy instruments used by trappers when hunting their prey. All trapping hunting. I wouldn't call fishing hunting. And I feel like fishing is more active than trapping, anyways. Oh, I thought I made it. And it kind of glitched out on me a little bit. Turn this down a little bit on my end. finish up this. Dance diplomacy. You see, it's like DDR. Uh-huh. About to say I've never been a fan of DDR, but I honestly haven't played much DDR, so I don't know if I actually would be a fan. Thank you ever so much. Now all that remains is for us to wait and to pray for a bountiful catch. I shall have the wood whalers check the traps on the morrow. They are more than happy to do so, knowing that the meat will end up in their own bellies, like as not. But if I might be permitted to speak seriously for a moment, it is not an easy time to be a frontier sentry. Fearsome beasts abound in these parts, and there is the imperial threat besides. Thus I am glad that I, who cannot wield a sword, may yet play my part in preparing hearty meals for those brave men and women who willingly endure hurts that simple folk like me might enjoy peace. Yes, yes, yes. What was I saying about DDR? I never got into DDR. I did. Let's see, God, how many years ago would it have been? 20 years ago? I had a friend of mine who who was really into retro consoles. So this is 20 years ago, retro consoles, which for me meant like the NES and like the Atari 2600 and stuff like that. But really into, like, you know, we were kids, so it was like garage sale hunting and finding stuff that you could play there. So we got like really into Bubble Bobble and stuff like that. This is all leading to back to DDR in some way. There's a game called Track and Field for the NES, and it had essentially a prototype of a home-based DDR pad, and I played that for a bit, but it really sucks. If you're gonna be honest, Track and Field, they didn't really think about, you know, DDR. It's about like a rhythm. For a lot of Track and Field, it's just about like hitting two buttons extremely fast, alternatingly, but extremely fast. So yeah, it's like, okay, I'm running because I'm having to hit my left foot and my right foot over and over and over again, but I'm just like stomping on the ground trying to do that, and you know, you get worn out in like 5 seconds doing that. So that's the closest my experience I had with DDR. I didn't go to arcades and do any of that stuff. Anyways, what brings walking one to the abode of these ones? Walking one brings Cain. This one was looking under every leaf and flower for Cain. This one's heart is full of joy. Walking one is kind like seed-seeing one. This one likes kind ones. This one will be friend to kind one. Kind one has this one's word. Still nothing. Pick up. Boom, 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 boom. Zacchaeus. Sylphs are by and large a bright and happy kind of folk, but those who have left their homeland behind have grown nervous and wary. I would ask that you do nothing to startle them. This one greets walking one. This walking one needs something of this one. I guess I can see. What do you do here? This one is called Nalexia. This one is tasked with weaving for the benefit of all these ones. These ones are skilled at weaving. With needle and thread, these ones can make most anything, even houses. Walking One notices embroidery on homes, enchanted patterns for repelling dark things. This place is called Little Solace, new home of these ones. These ones used to live happily deep in the wood, but then Naughty Ones went and summoned a primal one. Fearing Naughty Ones who became Touched Ones, these ones fled the homeland. Thanks to Horned One Kane, these ones could build a new home here. This one knows not when, but someday these ones will return home. This one is hopeful. Nothing to say. What do you have to say, Pappy? By virtue of the crystal trade, the Sylphs have maintained friendly terms with almost every race in Eorzea. Alas, the appearance of Ramu has been as a storm cloud over relations. If peace is to be secured, we must reopen a dialogue with the Sylphs before they have the chance to summon their god again. Kind walking ones, listening ones, and masked ones. Protect these ones. Protect Little Solace from nasty ones who would steal these ones home. Walking ones are kind and strong, but these ones cannot rely on walking ones alone. No, all ones must work together, that one day these ones may return home. Walking ones may think this one's home is small, but this one has biggest home of all. The forest itself is this one's home. What does Walking One think of that? I mean, even if they were thinking about this is pretty big for a tent. Ida has a notion of how one might earn the Sylph's trust. Sam, are you in the mood for dancing? That's right, dancing. You went through all that trouble to learn the Sylph's traditional greeting, but you've greeted hardly any of them. Why, if I were a Sylph, I'd be beside myself with delight to see an adventurer expressing an interest in my culture. Me, of course, I'd be happy to join. Oh, bloody leg cramps of mine acting up again. Walking One's belly is rumbling. This one is not making a meal. This one's boiling bark and flower seeds to dye thread. Color must be jolly, so must greet making. Boom, 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 boom. The male row dance is just so lame. Ooh, Walking One knows Jolly Dance. Jolly Dance fills this one with good cheer. Let these two be friends. This one is weaving cloth. Walking One would know more. This one does not trust Walking Ones who do not show respect. Walking One would be a friend to these ones. This one is overjoyed, but this one keeps the ways of weaving a secret. Even if Walking One learned the secret, Walking One could not weave in the same way. Makes sense about this. They talked about, someone talked about, I don't remember exactly who, how, I mean, they're plants, so they gain nourishment through photosynthesis. It's out of the way. The Little Solace Sylphs got owned. You've been thunderstruck. For some reason in my head, I got under the notion that straight shot triggers on. It's part of the DPS from Venomous Bite. I think that's closer. Well, no, that's not even true. I was gonna say it's closer to Thaumaturge, but Thaumaturge's free thunder procs are from Fire 1. Maybe it's my Hunter WoW brain. Thinking about it, I'm gonna say I don't know what the real reason there is. Eventually gonna despawn. What does Walking One want with this one? Elder One learned this one not to get warned. This one not to get too friendly with Walking Ones. Party Finder. Speaking of things that I can't technically do, Party Finder is one of them. So it looks like when you have multiple messages, it alternates. That's cool. Walking One as a friend to these ones, friendly like a gracious Elder One of Forest City, knows how to dance into these ones' hearts. M, would you like to hear the good news or the better news? The good news is that your lovely dancing has brought smiles and high spirits to all of Little Solace. The better news, why, I've thoroughly recovered from those accursed leg cramps. Onward to our next adventure. Alrighty, so we're 26 with Archer, so we're going to switch over to Arcanist. No need to overthink things, so long as your heart is in it, the Sylphs will understand you. Pabalimo has a notion of how you might endear yourself to the Sylphs. As an adventurer, you're no stranger to helping distressed folk, I'd wager. Tales of good deeds are quick to spread. The adventurer who comes to the aid of the local populace can go from stranger to hero overnight. No doubt you see what I'm getting at. The Sylphs who make their home in Little Solace do so having been driven from their woodland home. Surely they have their fair share of troubles. Seek out troubled Sylphs and see what might be done to ease their worries. A sound plan, wouldn't you say? That said, the Sylphs are not known to share their worries with outsiders. You would be better off inquiring with Hearer in Media of the Gridanians who reside here. She is most likely to be privy to the Sylphs' troubles. Read that already. Laxio of Little Solace remains unconvinced of your intentions. Walking Ones may dance many dances, but this one still doesn't like Walking Ones. Why? Because Walking Ones don't listen, that's why. If Walking Ones wants to be friends to this one, Walking One should listen and listen good. This one has itchy spot on back. Walking One should poke it. Poke. Well, Walking One fell into trap. Touching this one turns Walking One's skin into moss. Mossy One's skin turns greener and greener. Mossy One should examine self to see how silly Mossy One has become. Still click on Laxio. Examine self. Walking One is so silly. There's no curse, Silly One. This one tricked Silly One good, yes? This one is smart. Silly One should congratulate this one for being so very smart. That's right, Silly One. This one is very, very smart one. Silly One is smart to know this. Silly One makes this one laugh. This one likes to laugh. Maybe Silly One is not so bad after all. This is an Arcanist. Laxio, the Sylph needs help to put down Jiggas. This one needs help. Please help these ones. Vile ones called buzzing jiggers think these ones are food. Attack these ones. Attack whenever these ones go into forest to bathe in sunlight. Some of these ones have gone into the forest to lure out vile ones. This one wants walking one to wait for vile ones. Wait nearby and slay vile ones that come. I believe I was talking about this and then I lost track of what I was doing. It makes sense that this is not food because they photosynthesize. So that's why it's for dye and not for food. Amexia the Sylph would beseech an adventurer's assistance. Oh, walking one, please listen. This one was frolicking in the forest, as this one likes to do, when nasty tusked ones came huffing and puffing and charging. This one was so frightened. This one is too scared to go back to the forest. Walking one can make tusked ones go away, yes? This one would dance for joy. Tusked ones hide in bushes. Walking one should be careful. Some suspicious thicket. The weevil. Bum 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 brum bum 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 bum. More. More, yep. Ready? Big old flies. Else? Nope. Both of those. Boom, 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 boom. I don't remember for these quests whether it worked this way, but I know in Endwalker, so I know the Sylphs are a tribal quest, and in Endwalker, tribal quests had prerequisites. They typically weren't hidden behind side quests, but I know there's two things. One, tribal quests can be hidden behind other quests. I think they are mostly blue quests, but I could be wrong. In two, I know the Moogles in Heaven's Word are hidden behind the long-ass quest line with the Moogle delivery service. So, I don't remember if the Sylphs or the other tribes in ARR are hidden behind quest lines. So, in addition to doing this just because I want to, There might be a reason to do this for if you are going for, say, tribal quest completion for as part of your progression playthrough. Walking one has made tusked ones go away. This one can play in the forest again. This one thinks walking one. This one is forever and ever walking one's friend. Again, need of adventure's aid. Helpful one has returned. This one is troubled. When this one ran away from nasty tusked ones, this one dropped 3 spindles of thread. This one searched Brambly Patch over and over, but nothing was found. Oh, woe is this one. Helpful one will help, yes? It is really hard to read these sylphs. Constantly saying this one and one and one. These ones must bathe in sunlight to survive. Without sunlight, these ones will fall ill and shrivel away to no one's. Thanks to Walking One, these ones can safely bathe in sunlight again. Praise be to Walking One. Apologize for the train. We finished out Laxios. Let's go finish up. Well, let's talk to you. I know there's another quest over here. Praise be to the elementals. I cannot express how happy I am to see an adventurer with a truly gentle heart. The sylphs of Little Solace are sorely in need of aid. Pray hear me out. Being a temporary settlement, Little Solace wants for amenities, not least a stout set of defenses. Consequently, beasts from malms around are free to wander in and terrorize the hapless residents. The Ziz Gorlin and Gall Gnats that roam these parts are especially troublesome, but slaying one of each should serve as a warning to the rest. Furthermore, perhaps you could gather 3 brownie bushes as well. They play an important role in Sylphic culture. I do not claim to know the details, but in what with such feral beasts prowling the forest, they are not easily come by. When you are done with the deeds, seek out Kumuxio. He is slow to warm to outsiders, but your good intentions will not be lost on him. My own experience speaks to this. Slay one of them. Brum. Brownie Bush 1. Brownie Bush 2. A 3. Planning on fighting? Going to if you do. They are. Get out. Yep, nope. I remember now. That thing is way too large to yourself. Actual group. Or like a warrior. Even a warrior, I don't think I could do quite yet. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Without threads, this one cannot weave. Whatever is this one to do? Pure white silk gathered and spun by the Sylphs using traditional methods passed down for countless generations. This one's thread. This one can weave again. Helpful one is so kind. This one thanks helpful one from bottom of this one's heart. You know to say, what about Pappy? You said that already. Dancing one is still here. Dancing one can dance all night. This one's trust is not so easily earned. Legend says that Eorzea was once inhabited by a race of tiny creatures called brownies, and they would use the spores of this particular mushroom to paint their faces for battle. Dancing one brings brownie brushes for this one. This one can dye thread once more. This one is pleased. Dancing one kills bitey buzzy one. This one hates bitey buzzy ones. This one is kind, too kind. Many walking ones come to these one's abode, but few are friendly like Dancing one. Perhaps this one was wrong not to trust Dancing one after all. And we can stick with the Arcanist. This one asks Dancing one's forgiveness. These ones have many troubles since walking ones came last to our abode. This one must be careful, always careful. But Dancing one is not like other walking ones. This one can trust Dancing one. This one would ask Dancing one for help. Strange walking ones with bodies of steel come to a home of these ones. This one thinks steel ones come from Empire. Where Empire goes, many living ones become dead ones. Trees fall and bushes burn. These ones' homes is in danger. Danger! This one begs of Dancing one to help this one no more. Dancing one is friends with these ones and walking one. Yes, Dancing one must speak to these ones here and walking ones in Hut House and find out more. This one has bad feeling. This one fears steel are after something. Steel ones are after something, but this one should speak no more. Go, Dancing one. This one depends on kindness of Dancing one. Big no? Nope. Strange steel walking ones. Yes, this one has seen. Steel walking ones carry big boxes. Maybe walking ones hunt for shiny treasure. This one likes treasure. Do not be alarmed. The Sylphs here in Little Solace are of no mind to cause us harm. The sylphs you should fear are the ones who dwell to the northeast, in the woodland tribe's homeland. I'm not privy to the details, but it appears some manner of quarrel has divided their people. I suggest you remain wary should you venture beyond the boundaries of the settlement. Yeah, I'd get my ass beat if I went to Larkskull and Sylphlands. A word, if you will. The lands beyond this point belong to the Sylphs. Unlike the gentle souls in Little Solace, the vicious woodland sprites out there will slaughter any outsider that dares cross their borders. You're free to travel where you please, but know that none will come to your rescue should you stride blithely into the jaws of danger. Shush. Shush, this one says. Steel walking ones are scary like touched ones. This one hates scary, and scary ones have scary friends. Boom, 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 boom. You can't even jump up there because it's not actually part of the map. Men clad in strange armor. Well, now that you mention it, I did see some suspicious types of late. They were gathering deep in the forest. I simply assumed they were adventurers. Fearsome types clad head to toe in steel, you say? Imperial soldiers, no doubt. I couldn't tell you what they were plotting, but I'm sure it's good. It's nothing good. This one is happy to see Dancing One return. Did Dancing One learn? Or what did Dancing One learn? This one sees steel walking ones come from Empire, carry boxes, and go walking deep, deep through trees. As this one thought, steel walking ones are up to nasty, no good things. This one knows forest well. Steel walking ones try to hide, but this one will find them. This one would borrow Dancing One's map. This one makes mark right here. This is where steel ones hide. This one knows. Dancing One will go looking for steel ones, yes? Going to let the bed bugs paralyze. Dancing One is back. This one breathes a sigh of relief. This one was worried. Dancing One found something. A list of supplies and material to be delivered to a certain imperial stronghold. Dancing one found paper inside of box. This is a message from Empire. This one can read Walking One's symbols. Message paper has names of food and rocks. Food and rocks were inside boxes, this one knows. But this one does not understand. Food and rocks mentioned all come from home of these ones. How do still Walking Ones know to find them? Is there a sneaky one hiding behind this one's wings? Snooping one selling secrets to steal Walking Ones? This one fears for this one's home, but Dancing One has helped this one so much today. Dancing One must promise to always be friend to these ones. You got anything new? Nope. Muxio is pining for a wayward friend. A helpful one arrives at a good time. This one needs helpful one's help. One of these ones, named Claxio, ventured outside Little Solace alone. Alone is unsafe. Helpful one must find Claxio. Claxio struck west after leaving the settlement. Hurry before Claxio ends up in the belly of Beastly One. Boom, 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 boom. What? Walking One wants this one to return to Little Solace. Don't make this one laugh. This one is weary of living with those who are not these ones. This one wants to be alone. These ones rely on Walking Ones for everything. No better than those ones that summoned a primal one. Small wonder this one chose to leave. This one thought this is a likely place to build a home, but then Meddling One arrives, forces this one to go deeper into the forest. Meddling One is forbidden from following this one. Away with Meddling One. What? Claxio refused to return to these ones and went deeper into the forest. But this one saw touched ones lurking in the forest. Helpful One must hurry. Hurry and find Claxio. Helpful One should search for spools of thread on the forest floor. Those things will lead Helpful One to Claxio. But hurry. Hurry before touch ones take Claxio away. Wom, wom, wom. Starting to finally get really cold outside. Still no snow though. Meddling One is back. This one told Meddling One to be gone. Tell Kamuxio that this one will never go back. Never. Touch ones should go away too. This one is good one. Everyone should just leave this one alone. Be on guard, Em. These sylphs have been tempered, brought under the thrall of the primal Ramu. Akin to the Amalja tempered by Ifrit, these sylphs exist only to serve their deity. They'll not answer to words, only steal. I take no pleasure in this, but it must be done. Boom, 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 boom. Axio, these ones are your friends. Come with something something. No, this one's a good one. Never go to bad ones. Middling one is not smart to anger this one. This one has many friends in the forest. Horrible, and things were going so well. No, Stinky One. Stinky One is scary. Stinky One something something. Ugh, Populi Mod can handle this beast. Best take care of the Sylphs. There's something not right about this marble. Ignore it and focus your attacks on the Sylphs. Hurry up, Populi Mod. I can't bear this stench any longer. Doing the best I can if we can saf something these Sylphs, surely. Bum 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 bum. This one is safe? This one was so scared. Claxio, this one has been worried. So very worried. Is Claxio unharmed? Still in possession of wits? Camuxio, and meddling one as well. These two here. You came to rescue Claxio. That Claxio is safe fills this one with joy. Camuxio, forgive this one. This one did not mean to run away from Little Solace. This one was just afraid. These ones who live at Little Solace were changing, becoming friendly with other ones. This one feared that these ones were forgetting who these ones are, like Touched One did. But this one was wrong. This one can see that now. Meddling or helpful one. This one is grateful. This one will return to Little Solace to be with Camuxio and friendly ones. Boom, boom. Well, that should see to that. Let's say we return to Little Solace as well. I, for one, could do with a nice hot bath. Let's go. Let's just teleport back since it's our free destination. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, 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 boom. We're getting close to unlocking Totorak, if I remember correctly. This one thought Claxio was lost forever. Helpful one saved Claxio. Now these ones can be family again. This one has known many walking ones, even many kind walking ones, but Helpful One is kindest and strongest of all. Helpful One is a hero to these ones. Helpful One will bring these ones and walking ones closer together. This one knows. This one would take Helpful One to see Elder One. But Elder One is... Muxio would like to make a confession to you. This one must ask Kind One's forgiveness. This one made promise to take Kind One to see Elder One. Yes, but this one cannot. This one cannot because Elder One is not here. Elder One is not anywhere. Elder One went into forest yesterday but has not come back. This one is worried. Elder One often goes into forest but never for this long. Kind One will help find Elder One, yes? Near where Elder One disappeared is home of a walking one named Buscarin. Buscarin may know what happened to Elder One. This one would talk to Buscarin, but walking ones do not always trust these ones. Would Kind One talk to Buscarin for this one? Kind One comes from Gridania, yes? In Gridania live many kind ones, yes? This one begs of Kind One, please go to Gridania and ask fellow Kind Ones for help. And please hurry, these ones are not safe until Elder One returns. We go to Gridania first. Home point. Well, if it isn't our intrepid ambassador, how fare your diplomatic efforts with the Sylph tribes? Their elders gone missing, you say? Why, if he were to end up in the hands of the Tempered Ones, we have a crisis in our hands. I can assure the Sylphs that my sharpest-eyed servants will be on the lookout day and night. No stone must be left unturned. I would ask you to call upon Gia Molko at Burnt Branch Meadows and deliver the message that the Wood Whalers are needed in the search effort. Burnt Branch, we can port directly to. Something weird happens with this is sightseeing log. I can't do that yet. Something weird happens with my Discord every time that I'm streaming. Not the streamer mode stuff. It like freezes and shuts down. My guess is because I'm doing both the raw record and the stream encoding. It's struggling to handle both of them, but not 100%. Message from Commander Helu, you say? Sylph Elder has vanished, worry not, friend. The Wood Whalers have eyes under every leaf, behind every branch. If the Elder is anywhere in these forests, we shall find him. To Buscaron. Do I bother, or do I pick up these things right now? I think not, since we have so much left in this area. Foods is, oh right, those are up here. Stags and ked traps are in this area. Ked trap. Right, 27. So let's go back to Archer. Really sharp eye. For an offering. Here is Palace of the Dead. Can't access yet. Where the stags are. might be over here on this side. Pappy Lappy and Ida over here. Buscarin is a good friend of ours, and there's no place like his for the latest gossip in the South Shroud. The Sylphs are known to avoid the South Shroud. What could have compelled the Sylph Elder to come here? The question of motive must wait. Finding him is our foremost priority. With things relatively calm over in Little Solace, we can focus our search effort on this area. Right, the Alhasmunch is just a merchant. Well met, adventurer. We have the finest grog and scrub this side of... Not here to fill your belly, then. I was just here as an archer. You don't remember me? Ah, hunger for news, is it? I've been talk of a sylph lurking hereabouts, but I couldn't rightly say if it be the elder one you seek. Those woodland scamps all look alike. Wow. Alright, Buscaron. Short of painting one red and another one blue, most folk would struggle to tell two of them apart. If you've the time, maybe you could stay a while and see what the gods have in store. You never know, you might even stumble across the Sylph Elder yourself. Jeez there, buddy. Buscaron could use an adventurer to douse a fight brewing at his establishment. No word on the Sylph Elder yet, but I'm sure it's only a matter of time. In the meantime, how about doing a favor for old Buscaron in return? Right, then let's put you to work. There's a customer outside who's spoiling for a fight, and I need you to cool him off for me. No need to go cracking any skulls, though. Just take this tub of cold water and douse the drunkard. Trick. My patrons can swill grog all night and carouse loud enough to wake the dead if they wish, but as soon as it turns violent, I've got to put my boot down. Offeloy? I'll say Loy. Wants you to cull the smallmouth Orobon that have been decimating the river fish. The glint in your eye. You're no stranger to violence, are you? Got a job for a hard lad like ye, I have. This is a fucking elf, and you're giving me your yees. Run along to the river east of here, and get me 3 smallmouth Orobon. Will ye? We've been gobbling down all the fishies what Buscaron serves us for our dinners, and we can't have that now, can we? Come back to me dirty up with fish guts, and I'll see you're treated like a proper druthers regular. Remember, I made that comment. Let me see. Can I get on this side? I don't know if I can. Okay, definitely enough. If I remember correctly, I feel like in 1.0 we had the situation that we currently have with the current patch, where you have a race that can only make as females, or sorry, a race that you can only make as a single gender. They added male Viera, and they're still working on Femme Hrothgar. But I believe in 1.0, they only had female Mikote, and they didn't only have male Rogadin, did they? Other than, I think they might have only had male Rogadin, other than obviously the Admiral. But, oh, that doesn't make sense. And no, that's also not true about I don't know about if it's not true what I was thinking about, whether there were no male row, or because they just didn't have the model ready, or we haven't seen that many male Mikote, but there's a male Mikote in the Scion's headquarters, just like there's a female Row in the Scion's headquarters. I think that's a female Row and not a Highlander. I'd have to look again if she shows back up. The NPC that shows up when you need to turn in a quest outside of the Solar. But I was just thinking in my head, I have not seen many male Mikote, just random NPCs. Almost entirely female Mikote. But there is the Fem Row of Yellow Moon in Ul'dah. Interesting. I'll have to investigate that a little bit more. Yana of Busker and Druthers would have you slay fearsome beasts in her stead. Look to be a Dodi sort? I don't know what that means. Perhaps I could trouble you with a task. Recently, I shared a flagon with a merchant from Ul'dah who regaled me with her tales of danger from the road. Worst of all, as she had it, was the ferocious beast that nigh gored her within an ailm of her life when she thought she'd reached the forest's safe embrace. What manner of beast, you say? You will not believe this, but it was an antelope. Yes, I doubted mine own ears when I heard the tale, but 'twould seem a most ill-tempered strain of the beast roams the land south of the Druthers of late. You might recognize them by the scars they bear from frenzied battles with man and fellow beast alike. One last thing, I would give you this freshly made bowl of sparhawk egg soup to aid you in your battle. You may chuckle, but the spices contained within are known to sap the energy of these plant-eating beasts. Now go carefully and do not let those dull eyes lull you into a false sense of security, lest the next ale you down spill freely from the myriad holes in your body. Right, yep. If this were anywhere but the Druthers, I'd have that fool spitting teeth before he formed a second word. What are you staring at? You want to keep them eyes in your face? The wooden tub entrusted to you at Busker and Druthers is now filled to the brim with cool river water. Ugh, Nafika's teats, that's cold. What do you mean no fighting? This Duskwhite scum was... Yeah, I know the rules. That bastard gets to keep his skin from now. Thanks for stepping in there, friend. Not that I couldn't handle myself against a bleeding milksop like that bloke. I don't want to cause no trouble for Buskerun. You know, having to mop up blood and bits of teeth and the like. Nicely done, Em. I'll not have my patrons picking fights with each other over a bit of petty prejudice. In case you didn't see, the bloke who caught the brunt of the outburst is a Duskwhite Ellison. They are people who shun cities to live in the wilds, making them no better than brigands in the eyes of many. To be fair, the Duskwhites can be an unruly lot, but they ain't so bad once you get to know them. And it don't seem right to bar a whole race of peoples from the Druthers for the misdeeds of a few. There should be at least one place where anyone willing to pay the coin and drink in peace is welcome, don't you think? The eponymous proprietor of the Busker and Druthers needs it. I appreciate all the good you've done for our patrons. If you aren't disinclined, I have a favor of my own to ask of you. There's a Kakiran friend of mine, you see, name of Tetirun. A good lad. It was right after the calamity that I came across him fallen in the shroud. He nearly died in all the havoc, so I took him in and nursed him back to health best I could. He worked here at my druthers for a spell after that. Got to talking about striking out on his own. He did, and not long after cast his lot with a merchant bound for La Nocia. I'm saying La Nocia. When I looked it up, it's La Nocia. Well, it just so happens I got to cleaning up around here and came across something of his, this scarlet earring. I know he was fond of the thing, but he must have just forgotten it when he left, so I'd like to see if it gets to him. Can't say for sure where he ended up, but might be a friend of mine can. A Rogadan fellow named Bane Singh. You can find him on Hawker's Alley in Limsa Laminsa. He knows everything of the comings and goings of merchants there. If I remember correctly, he's in called Upper La Nocia. It's just north of Aleport. Good there. Anyone else need these kill traps? You need small mouths, okay. There's overgrown offerings. You're needed. Pretty sure there's more smallmouth Orobons this area. Or see one over there. Got all the Orobons. List. Held traps. Also need overgrown offerings. Yeah. Or no. Back to Archer. Get the experience on them. Take care of them Orobon, did ye? Reckon I'll be tucking into a bowl of river trout for long then. Or a nice bit of pike, perhaps. Old Buscarin, you know, he's always done right by me, no matter what I might have gotten up to back in the day. So I don't take kindly to them as would make trouble for him, even if they're fish. You seem like a trustworthy sort, and I can see you've got some skills for your work as an adventurer. Let's see you put him to work for the old man, eh? Seeks an adventurer aiding and dashing a Kakiran hatched plot. Been taking me advice and putting your skills to work with the druthers, have you? Now that's what I like to see from a strapping young lad. Well, tighten your bootstraps, because I've got another job for you. Was down in a pint of Buscaron's finest the other day when I heard that the Kakiran are hoarding stashes of poison around these parts. Can't say for sure what they're up to, but it can't be nothing good. What say you take these fire pots here and go blow up the whole bleeding lot? Why do you just have a bag of bombs? Shouldn't I be worried about you instead? All these ones with minions as the reward, I'm pretty sure I can't actually do. The freaking minions. The dang minions. Oh, dang it. Kill an extra one. Oh. These. One more of these. I know there's a way to know exactly how many I need in one of the system messages. At level 30 with our Gladiator. I think that's our first 30. Some Keld traps. Thaumaturge. Right. Archer, we know. Lancer needs a ton. And Lancer is probably who I need to switch to, because I think Archer is at 27 now. Arcanist. No, Archer still needs a little bit. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, good there. He needs stags as well. That puts Lancer at 27. Conjurer. Conjurer still needs, let's go do this right now. Conjurer doesn't get so far behind. They're really high up already on level, but they're pretty behind on hunting logs. Throw the firepots. So I think it's over here, either in Tamtar itself or near the hedge tree. Fireflies. It's a hunt target. I don't do a ton of hunt stuff on my main, so I'm not able to tell at a glance. I know that that's higher than like B level hunts. Toadstools are way up in this area. Making our way downtown. And Discord grows again. Isn't there one thing I don't know? Okay, so if I do this, that show up. Stream, it does not. What if I do settings, game overlay, enable, keybind, there. Small. Okay. Toggle overlay lock. That's not what I'm looking for. Let's get rid of that. I'll look at it later. later. Back to the game. Stags, goblin thugs, sinner, stags. Okay, so I think pretty much at the same spot. With all the folks. Samhar. Ah, you're an adventurer, are you not? Tell me, have you any experience in the field of relic hunting? I'm currently attempting to catalog all the artifacts in this area. You see, but I am finding the task rather more time-consuming than I anticipated. I'm all but convinced that we stand in what was once Gelmora's residential district. Alas, I have yet to recover a sufficiency of domestic objects to confirm my theory. If you happen upon any such items while wandering the area, I would be most grateful if you would bring them to me. Some 5 feet away. I'd really be trusting you to lead a archaeological expedition if all that you do is stand in a single spot and lean over slightly and look with your hand over your eyes. Can't find anything. Back so soon? Are you quite certain you exercise the appropriate amount of care and delicacy in your search? These artifacts are hundreds of years. Never mind, show me what you found. A piece of pottery dating back to an age when the city-state of Gelmora prospered. Yes, these are most certainly examples of Gelmoran tableware. Judging by the shape and ornamentation, they appear to be the cups the kind once used to serve herbal infusions, or possibly vegetable broth. Perfect. My work here is far from done, but this discovery brings me one tantalizing step closer to realizing my dream, the restoration of these ruins, and their re-establishment as a settlement for the Duskwhite Ellison. Gridanians have long perceived my people as outcasts and brigands, yet if we Duskwhites can return a measure of prosperity to this fallen city, we would no longer need to resort to common theft and banditry in order to make ends meet. Imagine it. But I am rambling. Thank you for your help. The enormous hole you see before you, my friend, is the result of a great rock which fell from the sky 5 summers past. The impact exposed the ruins hidden underneath the surface. We've taken it upon ourselves to study these ancient ruins. I do not exaggerate when I say that every day brings us fascinating, exciting discoveries. This fella, I'm supposed to like throw this soup on him. Like, don't get gored. They don't even have horns. That's 27, 27, 27, so we can stick with Archer. There was some red belly hanging out over here in No Man's Hovel. Crap. sharp eye. This might be part of Twin Adder log rather than an Archer log, but it is specifically a sharp eye, so it could be a part of the Archer logs. Somebody else needs lookouts. You stunned me back. Cheating. In the Larcener. Broader. Are there any more in this little cut over here? Spawn. Somebody needs these bark efts. Good there. Does anybody else need bark efts? You do. Away in time, I did. Almost certainly will bring the Conjurer to 30 as well. More. Go Conjurer at 30. Anybody else need Mark Fs? No. See if these sharp eyes respawned. Boom, boom. Pull the lookout. Really, I need more sharp eyes. How many of these do I need? 5. Good lord. Pugilists. Pugilists also need sharp eyes. This looks broken. Amateurs, no. Archer needs sharp eye. You need lookouts. Marauder. Center. I'll hold off on getting the experience for the Marauder because almost certainly I'm going to use the Marauder in Pudorak. To the adventurers, merchants, and laborers that come here to partake in fine ale and fine company, the Druthers is like a second home, even an only home to the most unfortunate. Even an only home. Okay, that makes sense. I was very confused. We'd be fools not to avail ourselves to the protection of wood whalers and the God's Quiver, but there lies a special satisfaction in defending one's own home. You've done us all proud today, friend. You didn't do anything. Boys and sessions are no more, you say? Good lad, your next pint will be on me. Were it my druthers, I'd grab those Kikirin one by one and string them up by their ratty ears, but old man Buscaron would have none of that. Says each battle we forego now saves us one down the road, and to tell the truth, I'm starting to come around to his ways. Offerings for a necessary local custom. This tavern is sheltered by the shroud, imparting a sense of peace and tranquility to all within. It is for this reason, as much as Buscaron's ale and yarns of adventure, that wayfarers from across the realm find respite at these tables. But the protection of the forest is not to be taken for granted. No, we must respect and honor the trees. Only in doing so will they do the same for us. Okay, there we go. So I would ask you to perform a simple task. You're to make an offering to one of the forest's fallen guardians. Not far from here lie the withered remains of a treant who perished protecting the forest it so loved. Obtain the umbels of 4 antelope, does, and 2 freshly plucked ked trap petals and place them before the treant. After offering has been made, kneel and bow your head in deference. I can promise you that when you arise, you will do so with a newfound understanding of the significance of my words. Oh yeah, we already checked that. That's that is a quest with a minion. Boom, 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 boom. Another thing that I don't know, I haven't really researched on, is I know in patch 5.3 they reduced the number of quests in the MSQ because so many folks complained about, and still complain even with the reduction, about just how long especially the ARR section of the main story quest or main scenario quests drag. But I don't know, and you can almost tell, or at least it seems as if you can tell. I might just be completely out of my gourd, but it seems like you can tell where they made reductions, like we saw earlier with Buskerun. He had that end of quest where it's like, hey, you know, do some stuff for the folks of in Buskerun, and maybe if you stick around long enough, maybe you just overhear some stuff. And then it seems like immediately afterward, he is like, so you've been doing some stuff for the people of Buskerun? Now, it could just be me being crazy, but to me, that seems like that's an example of, you need bark efts? That sucks. That seems like an example of where they made a cut. They didn't update the text to reflect or to hide the cut better. I could be totally wrong. It could be a scenario where previously the amount of experience that you would have gotten to this point, because you wouldn't have had things like Road to 80, wouldn't have given you enough to move through the MSQ without doing additional side quest stuff. And so what it might be is, hey, you got to this point, but the next MSQ isn't, anyway, extra one, which is fortunate, but the next MSQ isn't until, you know, your level +1, and we're not going to give you enough to make it. I guess what I was getting at was, I wonder if some of those quests that are side quests now were part of the MSQ before. Should be fine here. Action. Two dead, I should be fine. Not gonna pick up this stuff in Quarry Mill yet. Then just heading to Quarry Mill to attune. Have been this fella. Definitely my proudest moment on my my main was getting Necromancer. Anybody else needs stags? Stags. You need stags. Anybody else need stags? No. This does. Making an offering of antelope innards to the spirits of the woods, to proper they are still warm. Supposed to kneel. Supposed to pray. Oh, I need to place these first. Spirits of the wood despise those creatures who shun harmony, such as the ravenous kid traps. Offerings of the seedkin's petals will soothe savage spirits. Now I'm supposed to kneel. Okay, yeah. Do the right emote. If you don't remember exactly which emote it's supposed to be, the one that's correct will be forced to play to completion before you can move. So you can just check to see if you did the right thing. Somebody needed River Yars on. You can just check to see if you did the right thing by attempting to move. To cancel the emote. Cannot move. Right emote. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. There. Anybody else need River Yars on? The antelope stag for you. Getting close to that time. Call the stream. What I might do is finish this Never Forget quest. I need to kill 4 of them. Ready? Let's go. Turn this thing in. Did I already attune? Yes, I did. We'll turn this thing in. And then head to Limsa. You place the offering as I asked. I thank you. The treant you have honored was not always withered thus. Unable to bear the changes racking the forest in the wake of the calamity, it lost all trace of vibrant life, wasting away into its current haggard appearance. You adventurers may see treants as a little more than overgrown adversaries, but many of us local folk revere the creatures as guardians of the forest. It is nature's way that we tend to those who once tended to us. Should we forsake our protectors now, then we ourselves will be forsaken when their protection is needed once more. Already. Heading to... not Bread Branch, heading to Hawker's Alley. Ooh, and I haven't checked this in a while. Like these folks have been sitting here for 2 days. At your service, me lord. $8.91. $68. This lavender. Animal skin. Buy it for 4 gold. I mean, I'll put it up there in case. No, we said before that we were just gonna hoard this stuff. Syria, no. Dyes, no. Oh, honey yellow. I'm green sells for 1 gil. Sells for more. Cool. Trying to keep, okay, so yeah, we got a raw woman here. Emo Mikote. I know male Mikote are rarer. So there's a decent number of female row. You found your way to Hawker's Alley, friend. Kakiran that worked with the Druthers. You speak of Titi Rune. Related to that Kyokyo Rune bloke just over there by some blood or another. 2 of them put in together and were making good coin. But old Titi Rune up and left Limsa not long ago. Couldn't say as to why or where. You're better off asking Kyokyo Rune himself. He can be tight of lip, though, I warn ye. Best to take this chicken egg with ye. The little bastard loved these bloody things. Good to hear about old Busk, though. Sounds as though he ain't changed a bit. Just like him to send an adventure along. Too shy to come his own self. Gods, I miss drinking with that fool. I think I want to know. Target. Customer, be welcome. I was going to see how long, when can they start actually doing this? What I'm pointing at over here, if you can't see. Oh, I'm on my standby mode. I've been on standby mode the entire time. What a dummy. It's not that big of a deal. Over here in the corner, chat, there's, you know, somebody advertising gold selling or whatever, but I imagine that they're using free trial to try and speak. But I don't know what the restrictions are for free trial. I know there's some restrictions on free trial stuff, whether shout, chat, or say or whatever. Yeah, I'm pretty sure shout is not available because these are using say. But I wonder if even say is unlocked at a later point. Because you see them leveling up all over the place. Like I just earlier just pointed out the bot, the bots that were leveling in Buskerons underneath the floor. Anyways, customer be welcome, not customer, not come with custom. Kyoko Rune, busy with business, too busy for blather. If one were so inclined, the freshness of this egg could be checked by placing it in a container of water. Were to lay on its side, it most certainly is fresh. Should the egg float, however, it may be possessed by a void scent and should be smashed with extreme prejudice. Chicken egg, Kyoko Rune, love chicken egg. Love chicken egg more than love customer. Looking for Teddy Rune. Teddy Rune here no more. Teddy Rune leave Limsa. Teddy Rune go look for Sparklies. Now is working at Trading Post. Good Trading Post. Forget where Trading Post is. Weinberg no Teddy Rune. Weinberg no Trading Post. Weinberg at Ferry Docks. You go to Ferry Docks. Kyoko Rune forget things. Weinberg remember things. You talk to Weinberg, not Kyoko Rune. Docks are by Fisherman's Alley. Teddy Rune, I have seen him. That is to say, I saw him. That is to say, I seen him. He was headed somewhere up north, by way of the ferry to Airport. Might as well head there and see what ye can suss out. The skipper here can take you there. When you arrive, I'd start by asking Adolfo. He is an old hand what knows a great deal about a great many things. Go to Airport. Teddy Rune, I saw him. That is to say, I seen him. He took himself north through Skull Valley into Oakwood. Was looking for a place run by his fellow Kieran. I reckon he meant the one right on the shore of Bronze Lake, Mimi Rune's trading post. Follow the road and you're sure to find it. Anybody up here? Nobody? I guess this is too low level. Probably in Upper Lenosha. Brum bum 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 bum. Bom, 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 bom. They're on the Oakwood side. Good. Customer be welcome. Not customer, not come with custom. Bring something for Teddy Rune. For the best earring, fitted with a polished scarlet stone, a favorite of the forgetful Kieran Teddy Rune. Teddy Rune forget this. Forget it, druthers. Teddy Rune swore would never forget earring, but never forget forgot. Teddy Rune think. Good old Buskerun doing good Buskerun, good to Teddy Rune. Teddy Rune miss good Buskerun. I'm an Arcanist right now, so still no. Alright, let's pick this up. Teddy Rune has places for you to go and thingies for you to get. Good old Buskerun help Teddy Rune. Teddy Rune dead without good Buskerun. Must give thankies. Many thankies. Teddy Rune make Kieran firewater for Buskerun. Buskerun love firewater. You help Teddy Rune make firewater. Need thingies to make. Need many thingies. Need curl pup whiskers. Need 3 good curl pup whiskers. Right. Before I even go do that, we're going to, let's go ahead and head right on back to Airport here. I'm going to call it right here. Right here in Airport. Alrighty, so what did we do today? We figured out what was going on in Little Solace with why they're being so cagey. It's because the Elder One is missing, and we are on the search for said Elder One. And then spent a decent amount of time, instead of searching, working on our hunting log and finishing up some side quests in the area. We are pretty close to, but we're still pretty equalized among all of our jobs by maintaining that the hunting log clearance. Got 2 jobs now up through level 30. Once we hit all of our jobs up to level 30, then we're going to take some time to go and catch up so that we can get them from class to job. And yeah, making our way along pretty well. Been about 2 hours. Thank you once again. Anybody who might have decided to stop on by, anybody who's lurking, anybody who catches the VOD, if you wouldn't mind giving me a good old like, and if you enjoy the live streams and the video content that I've been producing, go ahead and give me a subscribe so you get notified of whenever the next thing comes along. It definitely feels easier to do as a sign-off than as a start, but I know analytically you would rather do it at the start, because not everyone's going to have the patience to sit for a 2-hour video to get the call to action, as they say. But anyways, yeah, we'll be moving right along here. In about maybe a week, I'm gonna be taking some time off for early Christmas with my family. So gonna be doing a bit of traveling, doing some stuff like that. But so there'll be a break coming up, but should be moving right along until then, and then we'll probably get right back to it once we're done with that break. So yeah, I'm gonna call it there. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time I see you.